Hey, hello. Hey, what's up, big dog? How you doing, man? Hey, everybody, how you doing? This is Evan Layton with HTown Happy Hour.
Derek Diotalevi, HTown Happy Hour, #1 podcast in the world,
In the world, bro. Let them know. And our very special guest for today, we have
Bryan Ezzell, Pool Bros.
Pool Bros. Right. Man, I know it's cold right now, but hey, here in a little bit, it's gonna be getting hot soon.
Bring it on, brother.
Come
I'm ready
on.
for the sun, man. It's been a nice, break with the cold weather, but
So Pool Bros, you founded, created Pool Bros. What is it exactly?
yeah, man. So a little background on myself. I didn't. It wasn't a life goal to do pools, and it wasn't in the plan. So, I graduated with an associate's in process technology at San Jack, and I kind of took that. The goal was to be an operator in the oil and gas industry.
Yeah.
And that degree took me through all the processes, piping, valves, all that stuff, and learned a lot. And I just kind of wasn't happy in the industry, oil and gas. So I was sitting on the couch one day and just thought, hey, what could relate? And it really just fit right into the industry with the pipes and a real simple process.
Pool systems and everything.
Yeah, exactly. Just plumbing. It's got a little bit of heating and all the valves and stuff. So I was like, hey, let's do it. Let's go.
So,
we got something we can work with here.
So you said you got your associates from San Jack, man. You've always been a local boy around here in Houston, or what?
Yeah, born and raised in Houston. But my dad worked for AT&T for 33 years, so every job promotion came with a move.
Yeah.
So every 2 years we were on the road. It was Houston up until 9, in California, Ohio, Arkansas, Mississippi, Missouri, Alabama, back to Arkansas, and then Texas.
Yeah.
So
Constantly on the move.
Yeah, man. I moved around. Got to see a lot of the states. It's been good, but
Right.
Houston's home for sure.
Definitely.
Same here, bro.
Yeah, no, and especially, honestly, like the oil and gas world, that's where it's huge out here. That's where people direct it. It's like, what do you want to do? What do you want to do? And
Exactly.
It's dependable.
Well, the opportunity is there.
So let me ask you, Pool Bros, right? How'd you come up with the name?
Funny you ask.
Yeah.
It's a very executive level of industry in the oil and gas, and it's a lot of kissing ass.
Yeah, a lot of corporate bullshit.
And I've never been about that, man.
Heard.
I've never been about that.
Most entrepreneurs are not.
Yeah, I got my head on straight, don't get me wrong, but there's just some meetings and stuff that you gotta be somebody else, I guess you could say. Not really, but there's I was told after a meeting one time that I was a little more bro than than the meeting required, I guess, and it wasn't like don't do this, don't do that. It was just a comment.
Yeah.
And I literally took that and made the name of my company Pool Bros.
Hell yeah, bro.
As I'm gonna do me no matter what. So
For sure.
that's where that came from.
I respect that, dude.
Yeah.
And it's kind of cool too. Like even on another level too. Like you literally took what you learned from that industry and just hopped in a whole new industry with it to start your own business.
Yeah, it was a big jump. I was making pretty decent money, and I had a future for that. But it's risk to reward with everything, man.
Yeah.
And I've always been a kind of risky guy, But yeah, it's a headache that's more rewarding than anything I could have asked for.
And then also, being able to make a name for yourself aside from oil and gas world is good, but also it's like whenever you think of Bryan, you think Pool Bros now.
Pool Bros, yeah. Yeah, and it's also brothers, It's like I was thinking, who's got your back more than a brother does.
Right.
So,
Right.
And it really, that's how I relate to my company, man. I've always got my clients back. I want to set, the goal is to provide a worrisome, trouble-free, let me handle it, everything.
And then
for you.
also what you're doing is it's a key thing to do in communication is take a negative, turn it into a positive. They say,
right.
hey, you're so, hey,
You're a little too broy than the meeting requires.
you're a little
Chill
too,
out,
bro.
man.
We're a little dry over here if you haven't noticed. All right, and but the
man.
thing about it is you can take the bros and be like, oh yeah, I've gotten the hey, what's up, dudes? You know what I mean? And it's like. F you, for judging.
The pool guys had a bad rep for a long time, man. And industry as a whole, especially through the COVID, has really upped their game. Whereas people are looking at pool guys a little more seriously now because after COVID, man, everybody was sitting at the house staring at their pool, and I mean the industry as a whole just boomed. Pools are being built.
Damn.
Then we had the freeze, of course, and that wrecked a bunch of pools. Pipes were getting busted.
So okay,
so the respect kind of went up after COVID, literally.
So now, so in stuff like that, because I mean I know there's a whole system that goes behind the pool to keep it running and operating. Have you received like instruction on that? Like how did, because I know whenever I look back there, I'm like, man, there's a lot of these plumbing things that go this way and that way with gauges. And I, like my dad's tried to show me from a youngster and I just, it's still kind of confusing.
And that's how I was too, man. It's literally, you're like, what is that egg? You know, the filter. It's you know, a lot of people call it an egg, and it's just literally you got to realize like people don't know what they're looking at. And of course, man, before I even started the business, I researched podcasts.
Cool.
I mean, all day, every day. You know, I want to be
a lot of self-taught,
competent in what I do, of course.
For sure.
You know, that doesn't go to say, man, I'm still learning things every day, and just getting in that backyard and making it happen is you gotta just
figure this shit out.
You're gonna fuck some things up.
Have you ever fucked something up pretty bad?
Man, we'll get there. But everybody makes
the intro, man. We're still in the intro.
Everybody makes mistakes, but no, you know, it's just like anything else. You got to get in front of it, put your hands on it, and one thing that I guarantee my clients is if I don't know how to do it, I got somebody that does. I'll figure it out, and you're still worried. I'm taking all the worries.
I'm
out
still
of your
handling this.
It's just how I run my business, man. Like last week, I was supposed to be on with you guys, right?
Yeah.
I couldn't make it, had to reschedule. But
we respect the
just
hustle.
how I run the business, I had a backup plan.
For sure.
Sent him your way and make sure it was covered.
That was one of the dopest things. Like I was telling you on the phone, bro. That was like we've had people cancel and stuff, and like leave us with a chicken with our heads cut off, like trying to scrounge same day of. Like, man, I got so much respect for you. Like, you didn't call us just to say, hey, I can't make it. You called us, said, you know what I'm saying, I really want to do this podcast with y'all. You know what I'm saying? I had some big client come up today, but what I went ahead and did is I plugged someone else in for you, and you passed another business owner to be on that day. Much respect for that, dog.
Yeah,
that was
100%. We definitely talked about that. About like, you know, the fact that you took initiative to ensure that this goes on. Major respect.
You've always just been that type of dude, straight up, dude, bro.
And that's just it's imperative to make those connections and make things happen, because as soon as you don't, you know, it's a mark on your name, man. You know, and that shit sticks.
Let me ask you this, bro. At what point, like, did you start to think about it and then like quit your job and then go full force into the pools? Like, kind of touch on that a little bit. Like, dive in there as far as, did you quit and then start, or were you doing your job at the same time? Tell us a little bit about that.
Honestly, you know, I had family, friends. I got the word out. I was researching, doing this. I wasn't just gonna jump in blind, you know. And I got some people on board before I quit, just full on. But it wasn't a full-scale operation. It was a big jump, and I did quit with you got to go get it now. You know?
Hey, straight up, you jumped in the pool.
You jumped in. Yes, going. You dove in head first.
No dip in the toe. He jumped in that bitch and cleaned it real quick.
The epitome of no toe dipping over here. We're going head first, and that's how you learn how to swim. And that's how you learn how to swim, right?
Exactly. So it's been a journey, and of course, you know, I made a business plan, obviously, and what are my steps to marketing and the operations, because there's so many ways to go about the pool business. You know, you got single pullers out there, and they're happy doing 80 pools a week. They're doing good. They don't have the headache of employees. They don't do repairs. They have a repair guy for that, you know. Me, I kind of wanted to be more of an all in-house, full-on
do it all,
one-stop shop, you know. And it's still just me right now, but I'm taking everything that I've learned, and actually next week I'm hopefully gonna be hiring somebody and getting some help to carry my legacy. You know, but
well, I mean, we can't do it all ourselves.
You can't, man, and but you want to set that standard, of course.
Right.
But also, I think really what sets people apart the most, and I think maybe one thing that's helped us out a lot with this is consistency. You know, you've been doing Pool Bros for I just know I met you before it, and then you're like, I think like 3-4 weeks after that, it's like, hey man, Pool Bros, or something like that. I just remember like you putting it out there and staying with it, staying on it, staying consistent.
Man. I was gonna say the same about you guys. Yeah, that's so clutch, man. With everything, consistency, and of course, you have those times where it's like, man, I just want to clock out.
Yeah, for sure.
But it's you just keep pushing at it, and the rewards they trump the downs.
You don't know how many times we've been all on the phone and been like, should we just call the podcast out for today?
You want to do it?
Hell no. Let's go get it.
Is our guy coming?
Let's go.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly.
And it has. It's paid off tenfold, because we anticipate. Like, I write this on my monthly calendar that stays underneath my computer.
Yeah.
I write on every Sunday. It's, podcast at whatever. Podcast at whatever
this motherfucker's got to drive to Kerrville tonight. We still on here doing the show.
I got to go do more work tonight after this. You know what I'm saying?
It don't stop.
Hustle don't stop, bubby.
Yep.
Yes, sir.
Yep. It don't stop, man. I go home. I clean the pools, scheduling repairs, and that's kind of where I know where I'm at right now is I need to bring somebody on because if I'm not cleaning pools, I'm making more money doing repairs.
Kind of somebody that can also maybe like manage the customers and what they need. It's like, because for me in my real estate world, it's like if I can just prospect and get new people and close the deals and then just close the deals and then be like, hey, here, transaction coordinator, here's $175. Make sure everything's in compliance.
So you want to work on the business, not in the business, right?
Damn.
But have your standards set, bro. And
So I can focus my efforts more on meeting new people. Hey, what do y'all need? Are you pre-approved? Let's get you in the door. This is the one you like. Can you imagine Christmas being here? You can? All right. Well, hey, the terms of the deal.
Exactly.
That's a nice little zinger, dog. I'm trying to work on the business, not necessarily in the business.
Right.
At some point, you got to take your business to that level.
Yeah.
Well, and also, how else are you supposed to duplicate yourself? If it's just you trying to handle it all by yourself and you're not like...
Well, we like to duplicate yourself, but that's never going to happen.
It's never going to happen.
You got to set the standards and implement policies and make sure that standard stays
Find
up.
reliable people that will hold themselves accountable.
But it's a whole vibe, man. It's like my customers. I tell them, it's a vibe, man. So Pool Bros, you can hit me up anytime. Communication is always there.
Yeah.
But yeah, forgot where I was going with that.
You're good. You're good. So you got kind of tell us a bit. How'd you get your first? You kind of mentioned it a little bit, but how'd you get your first clients? How'd you kind of get that shit started? Get it running?
Facebook, man.
Damn.
Facebook is a powerhouse.
It is.
It's free marketing.
Yep.
So yeah, I just really utilize Facebook. Also, I have an SEO guy that we've been friends for a long time. So
Josh.
Yeah, Josh.
Yeah. Hell yeah, bro.
Josh,
we know the guy. If y'all want to check out to last week's episode, we're gonna have him on the show as well. HTown Happy Hour. Follow us on all major platforms. Click the link below or something. I don't know.
Yeah, exactly. So Josh helped me out with the website. It was all the checklist website. Just make a presence online, let people know I'm there. I went ahead and spent the money and wrapped my truck.
Yeah.
That's my baby, man. And, it went from a red Trevette, it was a Corvette Chevy truck to a Pool Bros fully wrapped.
Hell yeah.
I wanted to be visible and that paid itself off real quick. So
You've got some people that are just driving by through traffic, like, hey, saw your truck. The pH balance is off in our pool. And we think we're getting some skin infections. Can you come take a gander?
Yeah, our pool's having a little bit of problems. You go back there and it's just a swamp. Yeah. You got some problems.
I ain't cleaned it in a while.
Yeah.
Okay, so tell me what
man, and I gotta admit it. I've jumped in one of those things before. I lost my AirPod. Popped out
and it fell in the pool.
I was in the green pool. When you lose that AirPod, it's like,
gotta get that. Did it still work?
Yeah, I didn't find it.
Oh no! Damn.
There's no like swamp
coming out
goggles
like
that
this
you
Loch
got.
Ness monster. Like, okay, I'm getting out of here.
There's no like swamp goggles that you could have had on or something.
It was
like
not
that?
a proud moment.
That's funny. A lot of referrals.
Oh yeah, man. Yeah, for sure. If my customers don't feel like they are almost obligated to refer me, I'm doing something wrong.
Damn.
Because
that's real.
literally, like, their pool's perfect. It's,
Yeah.
It's
So okay, so what does it look like? So if someone asks you for you know, hey, I'd like a full service on the pool. Like, what is like a day in the life of what that looks like for like service wise to the pool?
So yeah, everybody wants a blue pool. Obviously, you know, you get algae and you got to knock it out. But my main focus is water quality, man. It's what you're swimming in every day, right? Yeah. And your skin is an organism, literally soaking all that stuff up.
Yep.
So it's really important, man, to have a good filtration and sanitize water, and keep your family from getting sick. So that's my main focus. Also, to make sure the pool's perfect every time we leave. Mm-hmm. But you know, we communicate to the client what the pool needs to be able to function properly.
And most people that have a pool are pretty understanding. Like whenever you can talk the talk, they know. Right?
Yeah, you know, put it in layman's terms, it's not rocket science.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
But there are some things that each pool needs that's going to keep the dirt off the ground and mm-hmm. going through the filter. You know.
So every system's a little different.
Every pool is different. Every body of water acts reacts differently. So I never thought chemistry would be a big part of my job, but like chemistry class in high school, shout out Miss Afisi Mama.
Thanks for the periodic table. I did not need that.
Wish I would have paid a little more attention, but I'm good now. Yeah, man. So it's been fun learning all that, you know, and just leaps and bounds from the knowledge that I started with.
So let me ask you this: do you have any sort of products that you offer the pool that, or like to the customer that you have? Like, hey, this is the pool, bro. Extra clean solution.
I don't. So I don't retail any products, but
it's a service company.
Yeah, and I do. Customers typically save around 20% just through chemicals. Okay. That I'm using because, you know, you go to Leslie's, not to dog on anybody else, but you're paying a premium price. So it's,
you're paying the retail.
It's a little perk, man. I get perks and I pass them on to the client.
Cool.
Nice.
Yeah.
Cool.
So, yeah.
Cool.
Yeah.
What like I want to get into like what are some like the nicest pools or nicest setups, or have you ever gone in there and just seen something that's fucking insane?
Oh, dude. So I got to tell you about one pool in Colombia. Actually, my dad lived in Colombia for 3 or 4 months out there, so I got to visit him up there. And one of old Pablo Escobar's ranches we stayed on, and it had this crazy pool, dude.
Yeah.
It was like lazy river into a pool that went into another pool.
Damn.
Oh wow.
And funny thing about it though, the filtration system was so small. It was like for a small backyard pool, so it was like. But no, I've seen some cool setups, man. Yeah. Even here in Houston, like in Montrose, you would never know these houses with small, tiny backyards. Man, they got some
major
custom little just set in ground
waterfall
pools.
Slides on them.
Yeah, water features, and then you get further out of the suburbs, and especially Friendswood. Man, you got the big rock stone slides.
Yeah.
Well, they don't know what to spend their money on.
Yeah, I'll help them.
They're just like, let's give the pool, bro. Give another 10,000.
You need some fire bowls and
You work on any
backyard's lit.
You work on any commercial pools, or just mostly residential?
I do, yeah. So we do the UT Health and Science Center.
Awesome.
Right here in Houston.
Good job. That's huge.
Yeah, man. That's probably my biggest account. They just called me right from Google. So
damn,
fell in my lap.
SEO works.
SEO works,
man. Bro.
SEO works.
Damn.
Wow.
And you know,
who was it again?
That's what you want. The people that are looking for you.
Yeah.
You know,
they're already they know they're looking for you.
They're looking
exactly.
for you. So you just got to get in front.
What
of
hospital was it again?
It's UT Health and Science Center.
Yeah.
So it's not even an actual pool. It's huge water features.
Yeah.
It's like a big retention pond with they got the massive sand filters and the whole pump room.
And I'm sure you're pretty busy with all this stuff.
Yeah, man.
You know?
I'm blowing and going. Like,
right.
I didn't really plan it like this because, like I said, there's so many ways to go about it, right?
Yeah.
My business as is right now is like half repairs, half service.
Yeah. Gotcha.
But when I bring somebody on that maintenance department, I can just boom, slam it, you know.
So for all the people that are tuning in, do you have room for more people? Is the question.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Cool.
Hit me
you
up.
heard it yourself. All right. So there's room for more people.
I'm looking to grow for sure in all departments: maintenance, repairs, remodels.
Gotcha.
So as a GC, you never know what you're gonna get right, with subcontractors and this and that. And I subcontract out the remodels, but I use the same crew every time.
Okay, cool.
And so I'm sending these guys volume of work. I trust them. I've vetted their work.
How'd you meet them?
They're fully insured just by networking through the
Nice.
distribution centers.
Yeah.
Every time I pull up to distribution, I'm talking to
There you go.
talking to the techs and hey, what are these guys paying?
Pick their
you,
brain.
you know?
My bad.
Yeah. Picking brains all day, networking, man. And, you know,
It's constant. It doesn't stop.
It doesn't
it's
stop.
called the everywhere you go approach.
Dude, full circle.
Anyone can get this conversation. Anyone. Anyone.
Yeah.
Because it allows you to offer either products or services to anyone you talk to.
I was so excited you guys hit me up to come on here because it's like full circle, you know. I'm posting, hey, if you guys haven't heard of HTown Happy Hour, go check them out. They got the YouTube content, all that. You know, with the Pool Bros logo shirt and just exposure, baby. But we're networking, man, and all day.
That's not crazy. Like we met like 10 years ago, probably serving tables at fucking Cheesecake Factory. Dog.
Yeah.
Now look at us, bro. We're on a podcast.
Yeah,
We're
man.
running our businesses.
On a
and
radio
shit.
show. Come on.
Damn.
As it should be, fellas.
Yes, sir.
As it should be.
Yeah, exactly, man.
As it should be.
Growth. If you're not improving,
You ain't doing shit.
know,
You're dying.
yeah.
What are
If
you
ain't learning,
doing?
you're dying.
Right.
if you're not growing, you're dying.
Yeah, right. Straight up.
And the constant complaining, man. You gotta find the good things. You gotta turn the negatives and turn into a positive, right?
Yeah.
There's one thing I can't stand is
Yeah, bro.
Bro,
There's
yeah.
one
hey,
thing I can't
dry
stand
it
is
up.
a fucking complainer, bro.
You know?
I cannot stand someone that just complains all day. Like, I should kill myself listening to them.
Oh, it's like a disease.
Yeah, dude.
Yeah. And, man, we all have those times, though. You just got to recognize it and pull out and get back to work.
Straight up.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, exactly like you said. We all have those times. There's even times like I'll be bitching about something or start bitching about something. And I'm like, whoa, hold up, check myself. Let me not bitch about
What am I
this. What can
griping
do
about?
it?
I got a nice fucking place to be. I got food to eat.
Right.
You know, I'm breathing
I'm
all
6
feet
feet above, not 6 feet under.
My guy,
Yeah,
you
exactly.
understand. You
Right.
know, we're breathing here.
That's it. That's
So,
it.
you know, so what kind of struggles and obstacles have you had? Like, what sort of hurdles have you had to in the midst of this business? How long has it been going on for? You've had it for
3 years. I'm about to hit the 3-year mark.
Damn.
So, yeah.
Congrats.
Good job, man.
Still in it.
What are some of the hurdles and struggles that you faced over time doing this?
I gotta go back to COVID on that one. Even though the industry was booming, you know, it created a lot more business. We went through a national chemical shortage,
Damn.
and literally,
Yeah.
the main ingredient for your pool, chlorine, there was a shortage on it.
Yeah.
So everybody was dealing that. You had bigger companies stockpiling chlorine. So you
Yeah.
know, it was hard, making it hard on the smaller guys.
yeah.
Let's not forget about whenever toilet paper was out of there too.
Bro,
You know, I mean, they're stocking up on ingredients. Also, they're like, "Hey, man, shit hits the fan. We got paper." All right?
but you know,
we got toilet paper. Right?
that happened in a lot
I
of
bought like
industries.
one extra roll.
Yeah.
Guilty.
All right, I keep a whole stockpile
Yeah, right.
in my thing, no matter what. Like pre-COVID, before any hurricane,
Yeah,
or anything,
right.
I keep like 3 or 4.
Like, what are y'all
bags,
doing?
Never run out.
You
Yeah.
know what? You know what's good about being on your own? If you go to the gas station, you can just live off those little 4-packs of toilet paper they have at the gas station, and they're always
No.
stocked.
I'm keeping 24 plus. In my
Yeah, I
house
don't know
at all
about that,
times.
bro. My roommate actually brought the RV toilet paper home one day. I was like, bro, what is this?
I gotta use the super soft.
Maybe we
toilet
should have
paper too, bro.
stockpiled, right?
Man, I you know what? I just think it's like they always have it. Anytime it's like whenever that craze was going on, I just went to the gas station. And I
I
was
see
like,
what
"Do
you're
I
saying.
have TV?"
Oh,
and they're like,
yeah.
"Yeah, it's right over there." And
Got that 4-pack?
Yeah, and then they got 4-packs. They got the single rolls, and they were stocked. And I was like, "Y'all guys are the secret missing link."
All right, I know we love talking about toilet paper. No,
Because the show is the shit, man.
Hey, speaking of
dumping on
toilet
'em.
paper, that is a big thing with commercial pools. So eventually somebody's gonna shit in the pool.
Wow.
Yeah.
And you gotta be on that, man.
Yeah.
You gotta drain the pool because you can get it's called Legionella or something worse.
It's some sort of disease.
But yeah, you can get
You've
really,
had clients
really,
hit you up
really
where it's
sick,
like,
man.
hey, some
it's
shit
never
in my
happened to me,
pool.
thank
Oh,
God.
okay.
But I've heard horror stories like, yeah, I mean, just in the midst of a busy week, somebody shit the pool.
Yeah.
Yeah, you gotta handle that. So
Dude,
there's a lot of
do
obstacles.
they ever find the culprit? Do they ever find the culprit? Like, who did it? Are they ever like, hey, look.
Hopefully
hey,
not.
Hey,
Poor guy.
old man Jenkins.
Poor guy or girl.
Old man
like,
Jenkins is getting old.
Let's not do an investigation, right?
Yeah. Jenkins shit in the pool again. Does he get like a lecture? Like, hey, Jenkins, look, we know you love the facility, but you gotta stop going to the bathroom.
Let me ask you this: does the thing really exist where if you piss in the pool, like it turns blue? Is that real, or is that
that's
like
real.
a myth?
Yeah, they got it for like I guess kid parties and stuff.
Yeah.
And I mean, I don't really see the point of it because.
Why embarrass the person?
You know, you've peed in the pool.
I pee in the pool every time.
It gets sanitized.
It's almost like a go-to and a relief.
Sure.
You're just like, I'm at one.
Why?
This is water, and
That's a good question. Why is it every time you hop in a pool, you're just like,
if you smell that pool smell, that chlorine smell, there's a lot of pee in that pool, and it needs to be shocked to kill that. To kill those chloramines. Another struggle though would have been the freeze, man. That when Houston freeze over, we're not built for that. You know?
Yeah.
Of course, my clients, I had them pumps set to run 24/7. Moving water doesn't freeze.
Yeah.
Made sure everybody was taken care of in that aspect with instructions in case they had a power outage.
Yeah.
Now you got to winterize your pool, or else you're gonna have sitting water in your pump. It's gonna freeze, crack your pump, crack your pipes. You're gonna be looking at expensive repair costs. You know, so the freeze and a lot of people out there didn't have a pool guy and got busted pipes and cracked filters, cracked pumps. So it was like running around with a chicken with a tail.
Well, and that's probably one of the reasons why pool guys in general kind of, like you were saying, had a maybe more negative connotation to it. You from the beginning, you're like, sometimes there's people that weren't doing it right, and that you were saying that's what sets you apart.
Right.
Is you're like, no, I'm taking this serious. I'm gonna give you the full disclosure on what I'm doing.
Also, like you're creating preventative measures for them. Like
That's really where I set myself apart.
There it is.
You know, going the extra mile, and not, we call it splashing and dashing. I'm not just showing up, throwing a little acid, dropping some chlorine, and taking off.
Yeah.
You know, I'm really testing the water, making sure the LSI is balanced. You're in a neutral water, because it's not just gonna affect your skin like we were talking about earlier. It also affects your pool plaster. So if you have acidic water, you're etching your plaster. You're taking life off of that plaster, which is gonna cost you a lot of money in the long run. If you've got hard water, you've got calcium buildup that could form. You know, if your water is hard water, it's gonna have like white calcium flakes grow on your tile. And
so I know, like with like some drinking water, like they have like the reverse osmosis, the well water. They have water softeners and things like that. So it's like there's some water when I drink it, I'm like, that's good water. Like, that's high quality H2O.
Core water, baby. It's my favorite.
So I mean, so with some of those steps, do you ever see pools that have the same filters as like drinking water? Because I know it's like we're swimming and playing in the pool, but do they take those precautions? Some people that have those resources to do that.
So I don't know if I hear you right, but if I always test the fill water, like if you know, the first thing I do on a new pool is test and see where the chemicals are at. Say your cyanuric acid level is over 100. That's past the max. You got to drain it.
I was asking about questions about, like, I've gone over to a buddy's house who was like, yeah, I spent $10,000 on a water softener and a reverse osmosis system. I drink the water from there, and I'm like, this tastes like my grandma's water.
Wait, you drink the water out of the pool?
No, from the faucet. So I'm saying, do some people take those precautions for...
Oh, yeah.
Maybe that explains a couple things.
He's talking about drinking water.
Right. So from the drinking water that people take precautions with on that, do they take the same precautions with pool water? Like, do they reverse osmose it ever? Or do they ever do those kind of filters on that? Or is it just...
No, but there's other like mineralizers, you know, people you can put the extra step. Those people that are really concerned about their water quality, you've got ozonators that are the water's going through an ozone light and it's killing bacteria, supplementing the chlorine.
Cool.
You've got mineralizers that you can put in there that literally will send minerals out in the water, grab bacteria, ionize it, and keeps going like that.
Some people do like saltwater pools even.
Saltwater pools I recommend them to everybody.
That's what when my dad built a pool at our house when I was younger in high school and shit, and that's what he did, was a saltwater pool.
Yeah, you've got a constant chlorine residual being put into the pool at all times, so you know the water's sanitized.
Yeah.
As soon as you don't have chlorine in the pool, you're liable to get sick.
Yeah.
You can
It's
catch
just
whatever's
sitting
in there.
water
So
at that point,
It's
damn
not
near.
sanitized.
Yeah. Let me ask you this: like, how'd you go about when you had first started your company? How'd you go about like structuring how you were gonna, charge these clients, and like how'd you kind of find your place in like pricing and okay, this is what I'll monthly charge, and then these kind of services is this, and okay, if I'm gonna have to rebuild this system, how much extra are you putting on top, stuff like that.
So a lot of cold calling, calling the competitors.
Yeah,
Even
I love that,
man. And that's the cool about the industry too, is we're competitors. I'll literally call these guys and be like, "What's up, bro? How are you guys doing things?" And then, like,
just another pool
I
bro
just
here.
talked to
I
a
want to
guy
swim
the
at
other.
the house. What do I got to do?
I mean, yeah, but I just talked to a guy that I had never met from a different pool company last week about a piece of equipment that I was needing and was trying to get access to. We ended up having a 30-minute conversation about business.
Yeah.
The industry is so cool like that, man.
Yeah.
Everybody's really willing to help each
That's
other
cool.
and grow, because if we're raising the bar for everybody, it's better for us.
It only helps everybody.
Yeah.
Plus,
It
you
helps
may have a
everybody.
question now, but he never knows what question he might have that you can answer in the future.
Exactly.
Very true.
Yeah. Back
That's
to the
dope.
networking. You know?
I mean, don't get me wrong. It's always competition, but you know what I'm saying? Like, good competition is good. And if y'all can grow as a whole in
Exactly.
the industry, I get that,
Exactly,
dude.
yeah.
That's dope.
Yeah.
That's dope. Let me ask you this. You ever been the quintessential pool boy?
Haven't been that lucky yet.
You really haven't, dude?
No, man.
Damn, I've been wanting to ask you about that
Not
the
to
whole time.
say,
You
got in the backyard. It's like, whoa, cover up. All right, well, I'm out.
That hasn't happened yet. I ain't gonna lie.
we'll
That
say
would be one of my goals. If I was
Yeah,
just,
so-
I had to once.
So no, there's been a couple instances where there's some sunbathing going on, and the cool good news.
Your pool is chlorinated and
Good news. So we've actually just added this as another perk. We have a pool junction app that correlates with our service route. And
thought you were gonna go a different
we just hit
direction
that
with
button. We just hit that button as a.
I thought you were gonna do that like you're talking to the woman, like, hey, we also got another service.
It's called Bumble. Yeah. No, the app actually it sends a push notification to your phone. Boom, Pool Bros on the way.
Wow.
So that
No surprises.
Yeah, exactly. They're not using the pool or
Yeah,
bathing out
and
there.
it's huge,
sunbathing.
man. It's a huge perk. People love it.
Well, it
That's
also
awesome.
goes to show you're focused on your money. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You're focused on business.
Yeah.
Getting
Yeah.
the job done right.
Exactly.
For sure.
And that's how you get referrals and more clients and more money.
Come on.
I had to ask, bro. Come on.
No. I love it, man. So, do you got anything? What sort of stuff you got planning, like for the future or anything like that? You got anything that, like, man, this is another goal that I want to achieve.
Man, it's all goals,
Yeah.
I'm just pushing as hard as I can for it all. But I guess a specific goal would just to be to get my maintenance department automated and running with the crew that I can manage and verify the work is being done right.
Scale your business up.
And scale the business, man. That's I'm not.
Cool.
I love pools, but I'm in it for the money, and there's a lot of pie out
Yeah.
there.
Right.
So
Right. That's a whole another like next level, next step is like, yeah, you can run it by yourself and you're doing good and everything, but to have to create a team and that's like taking the business to a whole nother level. Always
Yeah.
gonna be leveling up, but
Yeah.
I'm sure that's can be daunting, but I bet exciting at the same time.
Oh, of course. And insurance has got my back, but like I'm doing another remodel tomorrow out there in Wharton, Texas. And cool thing about that was it was like a day off, and I don't normally drive out that far, but it was a heater repair. Said why not go help this guy out. Got there, the heater was fine. There was literally nothing wrong with the heater, but they had a cold baptism because he didn't turn the heat temp up, and he was like the water was like 50 degrees. And we had to do a baptism.
Did you hit the
And,
plus button on the thermometer?
Literally, so I showed him hit the plus button, and before I left, he was like, "Hey, can you go ahead and quote me for a remodel?" And now we're remodeling his whole pool.
Damn.
So it's like,
Yes.
show up,
And,
Yes.
and
show
he
up.
probably respected so much that you didn't like hit him with some bullshit and like tell him, oh well, your pump's gauge flux capacitor is all fucked up and we need to
Flux
reinstall.
The muffler
He probably
bearings are
respected.
off.
He probably respected like, oh damn, all I
Right.
did was
And some
not
guys
turn
will
the
do
heat
that,
up.
They'll just go off on mumbo jumbo that you can't really understand,
Yeah.
not layman's terms, and
Right.
make it too difficult. So you're just like, okay, I guess that's what I need. Nah, I don't do that.
Yeah, that's dope. You know, a lot of that, I mean, that happens across a lot of industries. Like, it's always hard to find, like, a car mechanic, you know what I'm saying, that is just going to be honest and fucking do you right. So it's nice, you know, you find a good car mechanic or you find a good
You gotta trust them, man.
guy.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's like,
that trust is important.
Yeah, you know, we're in your backyard, man.
Yeah,
you
real
know,
talk.
It's kind of close to home.
Trust somebody in
it's
your
kind of
backyard.
close to home.
Yeah. So
that's funny, too, because we know a homie that started his own pool company. He was thriving and shit, and, you know, he was a shady-ass motherfucker. Like, he was just in general as a person. Like, he was one of the homies for a while, but we weren't cool anymore. But so that was always a thought in my head. I was like, I wonder how much
that's
advantage
scary,
he's taking.
dude. You know, I mean, you can really fuck some stuff up back there.
Well, I've been. Well, I guess that can also play in with even like when it came to roofing. With me, I met some people that I was like, man, these roofers aren't. You know,
doing shady business.
Well, and then also I had to end up, you know, beating one over the head. You know what I'm saying? I had to end up fighting and we got kicked out of LA Fitness over in Lake City. Yeah, it's like that. So
For
I mean,
real?
But I know some good roofers.
Yeah.
You
I
know,
gotta hear that story later, though.
Yeah, man. So, well, he hit a homie and I fight for a couple things, man. I'll fight over my food. And I'll fight my friend. I'll fight over my friends, and I'll fight my friends over my food. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So you know, Derek knows about it.
Me and him got into it before over food.
Yeah, over chicken wings. Chicken wings.
So we was out eating. And I pitched in a couple. He got some wings, and like I just wanted a wing or two. So it's like, yo, I'll throw in some. So I threw like a couple $2 just to get a wing or two.
Let's remind about the drinking that we were doing at the beach.
Hey, bro, you grabbed an extra wing?
No, the wings came out like 30 minutes later after we ordered and shit, and we had already been drinking and stuff. And right when they sat down, I just went and grabbed one. And so he got pissed like immediately because you just got your food. He wasn't even thinking like,
hand in the plate. What the?
Like he ain't even had a chance.
Yeah.
Get out of here. So he flipped shit, and me just being a little shit. I was like, you know what, bro? Because I already kind of knew he forgot I tossed him a couple $2 for a wing or two.
I hadn't eaten either. Yeah. We both hadn't eaten.
And we was
hungry.
heavy drunk.
Yeah.
So it explains the reason I did this too. So
I think there's a wing shortage too right now. You know,
because he was so pissed, bro. I took one of the wings and chucked it off the balcony.
I was pissed. I was so drunk and so hungry.
The disrespect.
I know. I almost shed a tear. I was just like, man, it's not even about the homie disrespect. It's the food now, man. How are you gonna eat that?
I can't say I've never found any chicken wings in the pool yet, but you do find a lot of weird stuff in there, man. I was out in Hitchcock. And I found a coral snake in the skimmer basket.
Damn.
So usually, you just pull the skimmer basket up,
right?
dip the hand in there to pull the stuff out. Well, I went to, and there I saw the yellow, black, red tail. I was like, what? Netted his ass out of there and freed him. Got him to a safe place.
And
super cool.
I'm always saving lives.
Let me ask you this.
Rats and frogs.
Yeah. So was that where, like, do you remember the old saying, like, red touches yellow, you're a dead fellow. Red touches black, you're all right, Jack? Did you think
I don't
about
care.
That?
No.
It's a snake.
Colorful snake in Texas. Get out of here.
Yeah, man, where's the pistol? Come on.
Yeah, exactly.
Hell yeah. That's good, man. Yeah, no, so I guess, to maintain this, you're saying it's mostly through Facebook and your referrals. Are you asking for referrals whenever you're out there?
Oh yeah, I mean, I always follow up with my clients too. Like I said earlier, man, you guys are the reason I'm in business. Put my name out there and let's spread this A1 service.
Yep.
Right.
But yeah, I always. You want to try all the different platforms. Of course, there's like Thumbtack has been big for me. It's like a home.
What is Thumbtack?
It's like a home service provider. Like you can reach out for handyman work in the house or pools, and you can target it. It's kind of like Yelp.
Yeah.
Cool.
But all the different platforms you wanna hit. You wanna try everything.
Yep.
Whatever works. So it takes money to make money.
Right.
Next thing I'm looking into doing is my dad actually worked for Leaf Filter for a couple years and ran all their home shows. So I'm looking at, hey, I've got the man for the job. My dad's he's gonna knock out some home shows for me. One of my clients, another cool thing about the business is one of my clients is in the printing industry. They own a big printing manufacturing company.
Oh, wow.
So I barter them service, and they print out all my banners.
Dope.
They're getting all my stuff
Trading
ready.
services.
Just
Cool.
trading services,
Cool.
man.
Dope.
Yeah. One of my clients is a chiropractor. You know, pop that back if I need it.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's like, hey, can you just service the pool twice a month? Like, yeah, I'll swing by, man. Just give me the extra long on the machine. You know?
See you at 1:30, right, for that back pop.
Yeah.
What are some golden nuggets that you may give to somebody that, like, you know, maybe was in your shoes 3 years ago or something?
Even 5 years.
I love
ago.
that
Yeah.
question, man. Well, it's cool to see too. When you take that leap, you kind of see a ripple effect, man. You inspire some people that maybe have been thinking about taking the jump, and it's rewarding in that fact too. That you know you provide a service, you can charge for it, you can do your own thing. You don't have to clock in, clock out, and work for the man.
And you can be proud of your work.
And yeah, you can be proud of what you do, and you can be a bro.
Yeah,
doing
exactly. That's what I was just about to say. No one's telling you, hey, you're a little too broy for this.
Yeah, exactly.
It's literally it's perfect because their dry sense of reality is completely opposite. You're like, no, I'm hanging in the pool. I'm trying to be cool. And they're just
Yeah.
that dry personality. I'm dealing with water. Y'all, I'm out of here.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Shout out to the homie too. I bet he probably took a little inspiration from you too on the old workout buddies. He's one of the same homie we've had for a long time.
Oh yeah,
Lance
man.
motherfucking Mitchell,
Yeah,
dog.
big shout out
Hey,
Urban
Lance.
Urban Arbors, trimming trees, man.
Speaking of which, when you get his ass on the
We
show,
need to get Lance on the show.
Yeah.
ASAP.
You know how dope
ASAP.
that is, like,
Dude,
I'm sure you have the same
so proud of that
feeling,
man. Like,
exactly.
you know, like I said, he just found a service,
Yup.
started providing the service, and likable guy, man. You know,
Yeah.
Bro, and also a similar situation to what you've had. You were going to school for
yeah. Lance was going to
process technology for oil and gas. I think Lance
right.
was doing something similar.
Yep.
Came to find out that at the end of that pursuit, maybe need to look at another option. So once you completed that,
Yeah.
you started yours, he started his. And so it's a
Yeah, and
similar.
I used to let it get to me. Like, you know, I got that degree for nothing. But in
It wasn't for
reality,
nothing, bro,
oh, dude, it all makes sense.
Yeah.
You know, it all
It's
comes
crazy.
together at the end. All your experiences and different levels of work. Like I used to do safety too. I got my CSST,
Free
which
safety?
is certified safety supervisor. You know, in the oil and gas.
I thought you were talking football for a
He said
minute.
you were a free safety?
Yeah, you were like, I
man.
played safety
Hell
for a
yeah.
little bit. I was like,
Yeah,
hell yeah, man.
free
You
safety will knock
were
your
the
ass
eagle
out.
out there. You were the hawk. You were hawking. Yeah.
Yeah, for the little giants.
Cover the field, man.
Hey,
I did carry a mini fridge up the stairs the other day too.
Well, I did coach football for 11 and 12-year-olds. So you
put me
know.
in, coach.
Don't hurt yourself there.
No.
bro.
I got the chance, man. Yeah, so yeah, that's hilarious, man.
Yeah,
No, you were saying you were doing safety for.
Yeah. In the oil industry, so I wore several hats. I was pipe fitter, safety, and then training to be the operator, and that all just kind of moved over, man.
Yep.
You know, you want to do everything. So I driving around with a bomb in the truck.
Wow.
Literally, you got different kinds of chlorine.
Yeah.
You got calcium chloride, sodium bicarbonate, muriatic acid, and all that stuff does not mix.
Yeah.
So safety is a big part of what I do in anything, you know, man.
And yeah, damn, apply it.
Well, bro, you got to think about it also, man. I mean, so a lot of people have thought that same way about, man, this might not be what I thought it was when I started doing this work.
Yeah.
Once they experience it, they're like, it's not what it was. So really that leap of faith that you've been talking about over this is, it's the American dream. You know, in reality.
Too, you think about it. I mean, we all kind of in the same, whether it's you, us, even like Lance, we were talking about too. We all kind of were like hopping around, doing different things, and kind of took what we learned throughout that and applied it to our own businesses now. And we're all, out here thriving. Like, I mean, even Lance was the gym homie for like a year straight when he was working factory jobs and shit out on the other side of town. So
For Malk.
Yeah,
for Malk.
Yeah.
Remember that? Yeah.
Almond milk.
Man, I've been drinking
milk.
so much almond milk.
Yeah, straight up. But I mean, like,
Good for my protein.
it was so funny. Like, we'd be in the gym every morning, dog, and he'd always be talking about it. He's like, man, I want to start my own business. And I was be telling him, go for it. And, just shooting the shit when you got the gym, homie.
Yeah.
Like,
Man, the coolest thing about it is no cap. There's no cap.
No cap.
Exactly.
You know? I mean, working in the plants, you're trying to hit that 36 an hour or whatever it might be. and you're just putting limitations on yourself, man. As soon as you take that leap of faith, it's like, okay.
It's almost like a dangling carrot effect.
Yeah.
Do your 30 years, and you'll be fine, and retire. You'll get another pay raise in 4 years, though. Keep working for it.
I like that.
You know,
dangling carrot.
Right. And so instead, you know what I mean? You know, granted, there's security in that, and there's benefits in that. But on the other hand, it's an entrepreneurial lifestyle. It's like, I committed to this a long time ago. You know, I'm going to, you know, I might be hungry and starved, but at the same time, I also might get a check for $12,000 next month.
It's not for everybody. Like I said earlier, there's definitely days I just wish I could clock out. Yeah. You know, but for me, the rewards are, they trump those days. So
for sure.
Seriously.
Yeah. I mean, you're a consistent motherfucker. Even like speaking about the gym too. Even with the gym, bro.
I need to get back in the gym.
Me too. I've been on and off. But hey, that's something I've always respect. Even when we're working at Cheesecake Factory, I mean, shit. Like years later, I hadn't seen you in years. I was at the gym in Midtown, bro.
Yeah, bro.
Sure enough, there you were. What's up, bro? Like, damn. So
yeah. Yeah, man, I walk about 20,000 steps a day, which is like 10 miles. I think on average I walk about 10 miles a day. So
damn,
you know, I'm getting my cardio.
Helps you get your tan on too, huh?
Yeah, farmer tan. Bad.
Damn.
But yeah.
So what's probably the most coolest experience that you've done while doing this? Like,
it's a good one.
Yeah, just like one that you were like, man, this Pool Bros is it. Like, when did you know you were like, no, I have something right here, and like, was there like a defining moment for you at all?
Yeah, man, really, just probably. That's a good question. I would say a defining moment.
Yeah. What's a good defining moment where you were like,
honestly, the reality really set in at the beginning of this year. Things just started clicking. All the work that I've put in over the 3 years, because I'm still in the startup phase, you know? First 5 years, right? Beginning of this year, man, all the networking, all the advertising, all the money spent, the calls are starting to come in, and it's all starting to come together. Literally, in January, I was like, okay.
That's beautiful.
This is going to work. Beautiful. You know, it's going to happen.
Hey, on the flip side, just to piggyback off that even more, tell us about like a doubtful moment and kind of how you got through that. Was there any time?
Yeah, pull one out of the piggy bank, man. Out of the pool. How'd you overcome it?
Yeah, things happen with pools, man, and they're always usually time sensitive because especially in midsummer, man, you get a pump go out and you just have stale water sitting. You're going to be looking at a big cleanup. You're going to get algae blooms right away. But one specific instance I'm not proud of, but I'm also not perfect, you know, and you got to overcome those times. Actually, at the UT Health and Science Center, was doing a easy leak repair job, and the water basin is above the equipment, so you've got that pressure sitting on the pump. Yeah. So you got to isolate the lines before you can open up anything, or else all the water will just drain out. Yeah. You know? So one line got isolated. I missed the other line, the return line to isolate. So when I opened up that pump lid, about 600 gallons, it was bad, man. You know, there's some conference rooms down there with some guys doing some schoolwork and
trying to sign up a membership to a new deal.
Okay, in my defense, they had a faulty check valve and the main drain wasn't working as a backup. Yeah. So we flooded those conference rooms, and it was an ordeal. But
almost it needed to happen.
To find out the main valves and stuff, the check.
Right, the check valve, but you know, something was missed, and it got handled. It got resolved the right way. I cut him a check.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Washed our hands.
Still your
they
client.
said, "Yep, still my client."
Hell yeah.
Talked to him, and I was just honest with him, man, because I could have even said, "Hey, you guys had a faulty check valve." This and they could have tried to beat around the bush. Mm-hmm. I said, "Look, let me know the price. I'll cut you a check.
Yeah.
We'll get back to work. Make sure that doesn't happen again."
Part of owning a business, bro.
Yeah.
Bro,
you
and
know
also,
what I'm saying? You take some L's sometime. It ain't never gonna be perfect. Dog.
Yeah, it's about how you come back from it, right?
And also, even to piggyback on that, even taking those L's sometimes.
Wait, are you piggybacking on my piggyback?
Bro, man, I think there's some bacon out here, man. But no, owning up to any sort of mistakes like that, whenever you own up to something that goes wrong, and you're like, man.
Well, you build that trust too, you know?
And also you own it. You own up to it. So it's like it takes all the, hey, you did this. You're like, yeah, I did. It takes the power away from someone else trying to come at you for something once you own up to it.
Hey, look, I fucked up.
Goes a
and
long
just so
way,
we're gonna
man.
get past
Honesty, you know.
They may even, with the honesty like that, they may even say, hey, you know what? Really not that big of a deal. We appreciate you coming to tell us what do we need to do to fix it. We can, you know, sometimes that happens.
That's
you know?
exactly how it was too.
Yeah.
Okay.
Boom,
So,
boom.
Yeah. So,
How do what?
So yeah,
how
there's,
do, oh, go.
y'all go. You go ahead.
So there's what?
I was gonna say there's definitely some pitfalls, and I'm trying to think of some other times.
I mean, that was money. That was a golden little fucking hell yeah.
well, and also
saying?
that's a huge client that happened with.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know,
I bet a lot of people could have just wanted to fucking give up.
You know, I called my contact and I was like, man, I'm losing sleep. Are we good? You know, it's like, what can I do to make sure this is right?
this
you know,
right.
And just the communication alone, he was like, look, man, don't lose sleep over this. It's already done. Like we're already it's already done. Like we're already cleaned up and good.
Cool.
Get back to work type of deal, you know.
So yeah, so I know I asked it earlier, but I'll say it one more time. So it's like, what's something that you would tell somebody like 5 years ago, like, hey, these are the 3 things that you need to do to stay consistent if you want to start a pool company. What are the 3 main things that you would give to somebody wanting to get in the
not
industry?
even necessarily a pool company, even just your own business.
Fair enough.
Yeah, well, I'll make it easy for the next guy, you know, and I got a lot of help too. But just talk to people, set up all your accounts. You know, you don't want to just go to Hank's store when you got the other 4 crawfish places that got good crawfish too. You gotta try them out, find the best price, keep your costs low, cut costs. Also, like I said, be visible. You know, get your accounts made up and get to researching anything you do.
So I got to talk to people, cutting costs, and get visible.
Get visible
research,
and
do
network.
research,
You know,
yeah.
network. Yeah, you gotta know what market you're in is like. So,
How do people find you online?
like I said, I'm on Google, you know, Facebook, my Instagram page. I'm trying to get better at, and that's
What's your
something
Facebook,
I'll be
Pool
looking
Bros?
is to hire a media marketing, somebody that's better at me than that, to keep going. But because you know, I'm always trying to post every day.
Yeah.
But yeah, Instagram, Facebook, and then all the Yelp and Thumbtack platforms. Try to hit all that.
Bros on all of them.
Pool Bros on all of them, and you know, you always want to ask for reviews. So if you're starting out and you get your first client and they're happy with your service, don't ask them for a review. Put it in front of them. You know,
because 9 times out of 10, if you don't,
review.
they ain't gonna do it.
And 9 times out of 10, the calls I'm getting are because of my reviews.
Nice.
Every time is, hey, I saw you had exceptional reviews.
Hell yeah.
Giving you a call. Boom, boom. You know.
Cool. Yeah, man.
Well, shit, that was a good
dude,
episode.
That was great.
bro.
Yeah, man. Is that it?
That was great.
The hour
bro.
goes by quick,
Hey,
huh?
it's
an
H-Town
hour.
happy hour.
Bro.
H-Town happy hour,
That's
bro.
awesome. It's a happy hour.
It is,
Well,
man.
y'all know the name, man. Pool Bros. Look us up. Give us a call if you're in any repair or maintenance needs, or remodeling needs.
Cool.
I'm your guy, and yes, sir.
Absolutely,
Appreciate
guys.
you
Hey,
coming on, dog.
thank y'all for
course.
staying
Thanks
tuned
for
into
having
this.
me.
We'll see y'all next week.
All right, guys.
Thank
Happy
you.
hour, baby.
Come
We
on.
out.